Introducing Libra, a new global currency designed for the digital world, backed by the belief that money should be fast for Ope in Lagos, simple for Saul's family business in Manila, and secure for Betsabe when sending money home to Mexico City.
Facebook first announced Libra on June of 2019. But just after the announcement, the company faced immediate pushback from everywhere. Whether it was the Congress,
Facebook is dangerous.
entrepreneurs like Mark Cuban,
I'm not a big fan of what they're doing there. I think it's a big mistake.
or political leaders across the world.
We cannot accept to have a new currency having exactly the same kind of power without the same kind of rules.
Even Donald Trump tweeted to show his displeasure for Libra and other cryptocurrencies.
President Trump says he is not a fan of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. In a tweet last night, he argued that they are not money. Their value is highly volatile and based on thin air.
So, what is Libra and why everybody is against its launch? Libra is a global cryptocurrency that will be powered by Facebook's created version of blockchain with the same encryption technology as that being used by Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. But unlike other cryptocurrencies, Libra will be backed by a basket of real-world financial currencies. US dollar will consist of 50% of the basket, Euro will be 18%, Japanese yen 14%, British pound 11%, and Singapore dollar 7% of the basket. So the goal here is to make Libra what they call a stable coin. That is, making it less volatile in comparison to other cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin. The difference between Libra and Bitcoin just doesn't end here. As Bitcoin is a decentralized digital currency, means it neither has an owner nor a controlling body. Supply of Bitcoin is also fixed, as the total number of Bitcoin that will ever be minted is hard capped at 21 million Bitcoins. But the same is not true in case of Libra.
It's a cryptocurrency made for transactions, not as a vehicle for investment. Nobody actually uses Bitcoin to buy anything because the value of Bitcoin might be 20% higher by the time the transaction is processed. It is a currency not for speculative investment, it is a currency for transactions.
Facebook says its aim is to make it as easy to send money around the world as it is to send a text message. And to make its vision a success, Facebook has created a subsidiary named the Libra Association. The Libra Association has been defined by Facebook as an independent and not-for-profit organization based in Switzerland. The Libra Association will serve two purposes. First, to validate the transactions on the Libra blockchain, and second, to manage the reserve Libra is Type 2. Within the Libra Association will be a governing body called the Libra Association Council, comprised of 100 members. To become a member of the Libra Association, a company or not-for-profit has to contribute a minimum of 10 million US dollars. The organizations who have already signed up as the founding members of the Libra Association include tech companies such as PayPal, eBay, Spotify, Uber, and Lyft, as well as financial and venture capital firms such as Thrive Capital, Visa, and MasterCard. Facebook claims that although it created the Libra Association and the Libra blockchain, but once the currency is launched in 2020, the company will withdraw from a leadership role and all members of the association will have equal votes in governance of Libra. Along with Libra, Facebook will also launch a digital wallet called Calibra. It will be an app that will both be a standalone app as well as operate within WhatsApp and Messenger. So Calibra will enable users to store Libra as well as allow them to send and receive Libra instantly around the world with zero fees. Although there are plenty of reasons why people are hating Facebook's Libra, but the most important one is how big and influential the company is. Facebook is really big. It has 2.4 billion monthly active users. These are more people than a quarter of the world's population. And if they end up using Libra, then Libra will become the most dominant currency in the entire world. Facebook also made headlines when it was accused of manipulating America's 2016 presidential elections. And this extraordinary power of Facebook is making lawmakers around the world extremely nervous. David Marcus, the chief executive of Facebook, who is leading the Libra initiative, testified before the Congress. and spent most of his time trying to explain them the positives of Libra. But the Congress, I guess, wasn't convinced.
Facebook has demonstrated through scandal after scandal that it doesn't deserve our trust. It should be treated like the profit-seeking corporation it is, just like any other company. Their motto has been move fast and break things. They certainly have. They moved fast and broke our political discourse. They moved fast and broke journalism. They moved fast and helped incite a genocide. They've moved fast and they're helping to undermine our democracy. Now Facebook asks people to trust them with their hard-earned paychecks. It takes a breathtaking amount of arrogance to look at that track record and think, you know what we really ought to do next? You know what we ought to do next? Let's run our own bank and our own for-profit version of the Federal Reserve, and let's do it for the whole world.
Even Zuckerberg got grilled by the Congress when he testified in October this year.
For the richest man in the world to come here and hide behind the poorest people in the world and say that's who you're really trying to help. You're trying to help those for whom the dollar is not a good currency. Drug dealers, terrorists, tax evaders.
Many countries around the world have responded to Facebook's Libra, and almost everyone had a negative response, with France and Germany criticizing the cryptocurrency as dangerous and saying they'll block the development of Libra in Europe. After pressure from the government officials, PayPal became the first company to pull out of the Libra association on October 4. This came as a blow to Facebook, as David Marcus used to be the president of PayPal. But the biggest blow came a week later, when several of the largest payment companies in the world also withdrew their support, including Visa, MasterCard, Stripe, and eBay. After losing 7 of its biggest partners in less than a month, Libra is now left with 21 members. So I guess it's easier said than done. Facebook still have an uphill battle to fight, as even if it somehow launches Libra in 2020, it still will have the tedious task of convincing lawmakers around the world to accept Libra as a global currency. Until then, let Mark sell his vision of how Libra will do more good than harm, and how it is meant to help the poorest of the poor.
As we sit here, there are more than 1 billion people around the world who don't have access to a bank account, but could through mobile phones if the right system existed. I believe that this problem can be solved, and Libra can help.
So guys, I hope you enjoyed watching the video, and if you are new to this channel, then do subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, take care and bye bye.